Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, I'm going to be showing you guys what luxury apartments should look like in Grand Theft Auto Online. So an apartment was the first property I bought in Grand Theft Auto Online, and it's one that I used for a really long time. However, as more properties were added to the game, I find myself using it less and less often due to a couple things that I just find not all that great about them. So today, that's what we're going to be talking about, how they could be improved and ultimately what they should look like. So first things first is the location. So due to the way Rockstar have the apartments laid out, they're only in a handful of buildings. So you could be in a lobby where 14 different people are all going into the same apartment building, which technically could make sense for real life, but I like having a lot of variety. And there's not a lot of really great locations that Rockstar have put these apartments. So this one we're going to be looking at today is in a great spot. It is right next to the Del Perro Pier. So literally from the apartment, you can see the ocean, you can see the city, you can see the Ferris wheel glowing at night. It looks really cool. And it's by this massive shopping center, which looks great as well. So there's a lot of really cool spots here surrounding our apartment, and it's in a great location as well. So that's the first thing I really like about this, is that it's a little bit unique and apart from all the other apartments we're probably going to see. Now, starting off on the ground floor, one thing I really like about this is sort of the garage layout. And that's one thing I wish we could do. Yes, we can drive vehicles into our apartments in our garages, but we're sort of taken into this cutscene and our car is automatically parked for us. I definitely wish there was more variety in the garages themselves. And this one on the ground level is pretty cool here. You can see it's got a workshop with workbench in there. It would be nice to be able to take advantage of stuff like this, to be able to actually maybe modify our cars inside of our apartments. That would be really cool as well. I feel like that is a massive missed opportunity from Rockstar, the ability to modify the garages inside of our apartments, change them up, do things to our cars, have a mechanic roaming around in there, making it feel a little bit more dynamic. Stuff like that would be pretty awesome. Now, another thing I think is pretty cool here is sort of a secondary entrance into the garage. It's sort of like this back door, so if you want to come in from another way, you can. That'd be kind of cool if we could do that as well. And instead of just opening up through the main garage door, we had like a back entrance that we could go to. And I'm not sure how this would be possible, but I like how everything that we're going to be looking at today doesn't require a loading screen. To me, that's the biggest thing is, if you want to go in your garage, you have to wait 25 or 30 seconds to get in. If you want to go to your apartment, same thing. It just takes a long time. I wish everything was a little bit more seamless. Now, going up to the first floor, I guess I should say the second floor, but the first main floor of the house, we start to see a lot of things and a lot of features that I would love to see added into our apartments. So as we go up the staircase, we see two things. We see this video game set here, and we see this basketball mini game. Stuff like that would be so cool to be able to play with our friends. Now, our CEO office has like a little video game. It's very similar to Snake that you can play on the TV. But I want more stuff like this, little games that you can play with one other person to compete against them. I also think the little basketball game, that would be kind of cool since we don't have a whole lot of sports games going on here. So that would be something I think would be awesome for our online apartments. If we move across the way, you can also see that there is a pool table. There's also a jukebox. It'd be really cool if we could hear music throughout our entire apartment from a central jukebox that would actually like glow in the dark and whatnot. And as far as the pool mini game goes, we don't even have pool in Grand Theft Auto. So it would be nice if in our apartments we could have a special mini game feature that could only be played there and not played anywhere else. And then, of course, you guys can see the rest of this floor here is pretty much just like the main of the kitchen where you'd be able to get drinks and stuff like that. So I would expect the standard features that we have in our apartments right now to also carry over to a place like this. And another thing I really love about this are the glass floors that you can see, like allowing you to see through the multiple levels. I think that is awesome. Like imagine if you were able to be inside of your apartment and then still see inside your garage. That's pretty cool. So let's move up to the third floor now. And this floor is really, really cool as well. It's sort of the kitchen area, sort of a hangout spot. It has a nice glass floor in multiple different spots here. So you'd be able to see below what's going on. And I just think that is super cool. It sort of adds to the dynamic aspect of houses like this or of luxury apartments where, you'd be able to see what your friends are doing on the floor below. And, you could look up at them and they could see you. So that'd be pretty cool. Let's move up to the third floor now. And this one I think is one of my favorites of the entire apartment we're looking at today. The first thing we notice when we go upstairs is the fire pit and the fireplace, which looks quite nice. And as you turn the staircase, you also see the motorcycle that's sort of parked up on this piece of furniture. This is one thing I love. You sort of see this in, mansions and people who have like luxury multi-millionaire condos is they'll either have their vehicles parked in their apartment or like a vehicle that they really like, sort of like a trophy car. How cool would that be if we could take one vehicle or one motorcycle and we could have it inside of our apartment as sort of like a showpiece? So when other people come over, that's what they see. That would be incredibly cool. And we sort of see this here with the motorcycle being perched up there. So I think that that is pretty awesome. Another thing I love about this floor is you can go from inside to outside. And that's one thing that bothers me so much about the stilt houses and the regular apartments is we have these nice porches and patios, but we can't access them. Rockstar completely blocked them off. It's like, why would you even let us see outside of that beautiful area and not let us use it? And that sort of goes back to the loading screen thing I was talking about a little bit earlier. But being able to step outside, see the world, go back inside without the need of a loading screen would be amazing. This floor is pretty cool too. It's got your TV and couch set up. It's also got ping pong or table tennis. Now, in case you guys don't know, Rockstar has created their own table tennis game. So that's another mini game I would like to see. Table tennis would be super cool for our GTA apartments. Again, just more things for us to do. Make them exclusive to the apartments and, maybe people would buy them a little bit more. After that, we actually get to go outside. We can access this cool door right here. And that's another thing. The doors in this apartment are amazing. They always have like that futuristic shutter effect. We've got this outside patio here though, and we actually can get roof access. So if we climb all the way to the roof, we have a helipad. That's one thing I think would be awesome is if we had helipad access to our apartments where we could spawn in a Pegasus vehicle or something like that. We have that in the CEO office, but we don't have that in the apartment. And even a simple building like this has a helipad on top, so we know that it can be done. And we know that with the CEO stuff, Rockstar can add that into the game. So that's definitely one thing I would like to see. Helicopter, helipad access, even spawn in something like Hydra, something that has VTOL capabilities. That would be super cool. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's move up to the final floor, and this is our living quarters. And this place is awesome. So not only is this a really cool bedroom with a cool TV and bed setup, with also access to the outside world as well on sort of a nice little patio. Probably the most impressive part of this whole thing would be the computer setup. Now, in a perfect world, Rockstar would allow us to maybe command or at least check in on our businesses through one central computer. So the way it works right now, in order to do the mobile operation missions, you have to go to the mobile operation center. In order to do the finance and felony stuff, in order to do the import-export stuff and the special vehicle work missions, you have to go to the CEO office. In order to do the biker stuff, you have to go to your MC clubhouse. I'd like to have one central computing system that would allow us to check in on all of our different businesses. Because a lot of people spawn in the apartments and then go to their various businesses. Wouldn't it be nice to check in and see, hey, my methamphetamine lab is running low on supply. Let me go there. Or I can sell a car. My cooldown timer is over. Let me go to my vehicle warehouse. Just a nice quality of life update that I would love to see Rockstar add. And sort of like a central computing area would be a really, really cool feature. That's something I would absolutely love. And I think it would make life a whole lot more simple for a ton of people, rather than just having to play the guessing game of what business is ready to go, what items need product, what sourcing and selling needs to be done, etc. So that would be a huge benefit if they could add that into the game. A couple of other things on this level, we have our own bathroom, which is kind of cool, and I completely forgot we even needed one of those, so it is nice that we have that in sort of our master bedroom up top. Now what I want to do is show you guys sort of what it's located and how it looks like from the sky. You can see here that it really just blends into this building right here, which is like a cafe. It fits right back in. It's sort of this back alley right here. And this is what I wish Rockstar would do, just allow us to take advantage of some of the buildings that already exist in the game, creating really cool spaces for us to live. And that's exactly what has been done here. Now, the next thing I wanted to show you guys is what this place looks like at night, which looks fantastic. There's a lot of different lights in the building. Obviously, all the computer screens, the jukeboxes, the video games, the signs in the kitchen. it makes all of it look fantastic at nighttime, which is really cool. You guys know every time I check out a property like this or properties in general, I always like to see what it looks like at nighttime because that's really important. And this place looks incredible. You can also see the glowing of the city, the Ferris wheel, as I mentioned, towards the shore. Really just creates an amazing backdrop. But anyways, that right there is what I think luxury apartments should be like and look like in Grand Theft Auto Online. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Would you use your apartment a little bit more if it looked like this and had all these features? Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comments down below. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care. And I'll see you guys in the next video.